Well, I think this bowl's always strived to be the best bowl game in the country.
A venue just like this, imagine all the players, their family members, engaging and interacting.
We want them to feel that this was a first-class experience, that it was more than a game.
There's no finer facility in the country for a college football bowl game.
We have an opportunity here in Atlanta to show off our true Southern hospitality, and we hope that it feels different when you're at the Georgia Dome, when you're at the Chick-fil-A Bowl.
Well, everything we do as a bowl is a reward for our players. The players are the ones that deserve to have memories created for them, and so we try and do that using a theme of live, laugh, and learn.
When you think about that live, that's the accommodations, that's the treatment, that's the Southern hospitality, whether that be at a hotel or at a venue where you're practicing. Through the whole week, we want those players to live well and get an experience they've not felt before at any other bowl game.
What makes Chick-fil-A Bowl Week so special are the people. From our partners at the venues to our volunteers who give a week of their vacation to make this a first-class experience for the players and coaches. We build a bond with each other that lasts long past bowl week.
I thought our guys had a great time, a meaningful time. Each event had its own little flavor.
Our guys were actually anxious to get there, see some new things. Chick-fil-A Bowl people did a fantastic job, accommodations, events, everything was well organized.
So one of the goals for Bowl Week is to tie together activities across every day of their experience. And the Battle for Bowl Week does a fantastic job both in the live, the laugh, and the learn.
Little friendly rivalry, but there are definitely bragging rights involved to being able to own that belt. And throughout the week, the players actually strategize about how they're going to win that next competition.
And every night there's a competition where the players can take the belt home if they win the competition and then bring it back the next day and we compete all over again.
The Battle for Bowl Week is intense. It's talked about. The belt is a great idea.
Bowl Week begins with team welcome parties, and we do it right here at Dave & Buster's. What better place to have a very laid-back, entertaining event for the players.
This is a great opportunity for them to have that camaraderie and have that last chance to really enjoy one another's company. So we want to create platforms where they not only enjoy the company, but have a lot of fun when they're doing that. And so we create fun around competition, around some of the unique partnerships that the bowl enjoys, and I think at the end of the day, it creates some uniqueness around our game that these players don't experience anywhere else.
The players love Andretti, the chance to get out on the racetrack and race against each other. Even the coaches get into it.
Another fun Bowl Week event, the Chick-fil-A milkshake making contest, where the offensive line pits against the other team's offensive line, and they have to race in making the 5 flavors of Chick-fil-A milkshakes. A new event in Battle for Bowl Week is the Madden 25 video game on Xbox. And in front of about 400 people on a huge screen, they compete to see who gets the next point in Battle for Bowl Week.
You would have thought we had a live game in the room because there was so much passion and so much enthusiasm, and it mattered. Everybody was locked and loaded into that game.
I think it was exceptional. I think the student athletes have a great time. The thing that sort of separates the Chick-fil-A Bowl from all other bowls, and I mentioned it earlier, was a family feud.
Imagine a family feud style experience with 5 offensive players and a coach pitted up against 5 defensive players and a coach.
Shall we remember the Titans? Number 1.
And then the learn aspect, I think we'd be falling short if we didn't try to help educate these young men about a lot of things that are bigger than football, particularly in the city of Atlanta. There's a lot of history here that we want to expose them to.
And when we bring the players and coaches here to the Martin Luther King Center, the mood of Bowl Week changes. And you step into the church where Dr. King preached, and history comes alive.
The MLK Center blew me away. Dr. Vivian was just incredible. He took us all back, and clearly me back, to a time I remembered well. Very informative. You felt the history in the church. I would recommend that for anyone.
When we take the players to the hospital visits, it's all about learning to give back, to take a little time off the football field and away from the fun events, to engage with the children and help them forget about their illness and create a memorable experience.
I honestly feel like the highlight for my whole week was going to the hospital and visiting the little kids. You know, every day, you know, everybody thinks they go through things, or, you know, that we experience tough things throughout life. But one thing, those kids go through something every day, all day.
It's everything that everybody said it was going to be. Live, laugh, and learn. We did that. We had a great time from the time we got there.
The overall impression relative to the bowl experience was, to sum it up in one word, spectacular.
It's now game day, and it's all about the fans. And we want to engage the fans, and we do that through our parade.
What's great about the parade is it gets people out of their hotels, gets them going for the day, gets them excited about the day. And so what they're going to see is a lot of different things. There's something for everybody. So the passion for the teams and the passion for the game is just building and building, and it's going to lead those fans into FanFest.
I consider FanFest to be the adrenaline maker for our fans. Imagine an indoor facility with interactive games the size of about 4 football fields. 30,000 fans all interacting, playing football-related activities.
You have zip lining, you have different games that you can play. And oh, by the way, you've got a pep rally built inside of FanFest, which stokes up the competitive passions and fuels both teams' fan bases en route to the game.
And you walk through a long line of fans that are high-fiving and snapping pictures and cheering for you.
I don't know that I've ever experienced anything quite like the team walk. If you're going to play in the Chick-fil-A Bowl, be prepared for the walk of your life.
Well, we were happy to have 2 top 25 schools in Texas A&M and Duke.
It was a classic matchup of 2 very talented football teams that were peaking at just the right time of the year, and proved to be one of the very best bowl games of the season, if not the absolute best game.
What a great place to play, a fabulous, fabulous venue, and you know, that place can get loud when things get going.
Oh man, it was electric. I feel like it was 100,000 plus in there. It felt like another night on Kyle Field.
The intensity of an SEC-ACC matchup, the quality of their offense, the quality of our offense, you knew there were going to be fireworks. I don't think you ever count on scoring the first 5 times you have the football, but I knew we had prepared well. We liked our matchups. We found those matchups. We executed extremely well. If you execute, you can put the ball in the end zone.
I think it surprised a lot of people. I said all along they're a good football team.
I honestly think the turning point was when we went into halftime, and you know, it was complete silence. I mean, at that point we knew we had to man up.
I think what you saw was a lot of guys who were playing their last football game for Texas A&M. They wanted to leave as winners.
The incredible play that Johnny Manziel made in the 3rd quarter, where he's jumping and he looks stopped and bounces up over people and comes outside, and it looks like he's going to run the football, and then he finds an open receiver and he turns a stopped play into a touchdown.
As we would say, it was Johnny Light. You know, it was another record-setting performance.
Quarterback, you know, he kind of, you know, looked at the receiver the entire way, and kind of baited him into throwing it. I saw it leave his hands. When I saw it leave his hands, I went for the ball as if I was a receiver, and everything after that was history. I couldn't write a better ending myself.
For us to come back from that deficit and win the game takes a team effort.
And everybody has told me it was one of the best, if not the best, bowl game they saw this past year.
And by the way, that trophy is one of the heaviest trophies ever. I struggled a little bit with that. I couldn't get it to the players quick enough. It was great, you know, and that's a great deal.
If a team's fortunate enough to be selected to go to Atlanta and play on New Year's Eve in the Chick-fil-A Bowl, expect the time of your life. No experience better.
This was a very unique season for the Chick-fil-A Bowl in that we had records broken on and off the field. We had 2 top 25 teams play and viewed by 8.7 million people, which was an all-time viewership broadcast record on ESPN of non-BCS games. We paid out $7.4 million, which was another record for the Chick-fil-A Bowl. Our 17th straight sellout was another record that's second only to the Rose Bowl of all bowl games in continuous sellouts. And then lastly, to pay $1.6 million in charity and scholarship donations, that was another record that the Chick-fil-A Bowl broke this year.
I think the track record that the Chick-fil-A Bowl's record speaks for itself is their commitment to philanthropy, their commitment to investing back into each university and developing the amount of scholarships, the $100,000 that they give back.
At the end of the day, it's all about the people that are involved in the process. All that working together has elevated this bowl game to its rightful place in being the new college football playoff.
This is a tremendous opportunity for our bowl game to showcase itself on a truly national stage. I believe everything that's been done before now doesn't need to be changed, but only amplified.
We'll host top 15 teams, and then every third year, we'll host the semifinal game of either number 1 against number 4 or number 2 against number 3. Ultimately, our vision is to host the national championship game. I don't think there'll be any doubt when we execute a college football playoff game that people around the country will now recognize the Chick-fil-A Bowl as not only a part of the college football playoff, but the best of all the college football playoff bowl games.